Good afternoon, and welcome to the weekend edition of Injustice Investigations. I'm your host, Al Scott. There is a couple of breaking news stories. One of my Facebook friends shared a post shortly before airtime, and you can find that on Injustice Investigations Facebook page. But what she shared, it was simple that they have canceled President's Day until the United States gets a president. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. And the United States continues to make history because since 2016, the United States have been managing without a president. Barely, but managing. So hopefully we'll have a president by 2020. Who knows? Because we don't have one now. And with that being said, what I would like to address first is the overexcitement about Mystikal being released from the Cattle Correctional Center in Shreveport, Louisiana. And naturally, anybody in his or her right mind doesn't want to be in prison. However, sometimes your circumstances that you create lead you to a prison cell. He was released a few days ago after spending over a year at Cattle Correctional Center. And I'm looking at some of my notes here pertaining to him. He was arrested back in, I think, October 22, 2016, I think. He was in town to do a concert. Him and his bodyguards were charged with first-degree rape and second-degree kidnapping. An incident that happened at one of the casinos on Clyde Fant Parkway in Shreveport, Louisiana. A woman alleges that they raped her. So he's out on a $3 million bond. Now, I watched the piece Channel 12 did. They were at Cattle Correctional Center inside the building when Mystikal walked out with all of his security, managers, family, or what have you, and everybody was overly excited. I like him too. He's a pretty good rapper there, and from what I'm about to tell you, he loves to shake it fast. Yes, he does. Now, and I looked at that and I said, have they forgotten? Have they forgotten? Two things. Just because an individual has been accused of a crime does not necessarily mean he or she has committed a crime. They have simply just been accused of a crime. But in 2002, Mystikal and a couple of his bodyguards raped one of his former hairstylists, who he alleges they caught writing over $80,000 worth of checks from out of Mystikal's bank account that she wasn't authorized to do. So they was charged with aggravated rape and extortion. The lady alleges that the men came, I think it was at her house, might have been his. I think his house, I think. Anyway, she had to have sex with all of them. And she did. And during the course of her having sex with them, they was reminding her that if she didn't cooperate and do everything that they wanted her to do, that they would turn her over to the police. And so she did everything that they asked her to do with them and for them. Shortly after that, she was allowed to leave. She went to the hospital. The rest, Mystikal and his boys were arrested. Now, the case in Shreveport, Louisiana is eerily similar to this story. But again, just because you've been accused of a crime does not necessarily mean that you have necessarily committed a crime. You have just been accused. That's all. Now, R. Kelly is back in the news. A new tape has surfaced that shows R. Kelly having sex with a 14-year-old girl. It was turned over to CNN. CNN looked at it, analyzed it. The tape's real. Now it's in the hands of the authorities. I look for R. Kelly to be indicted real soon. I look for them to put him in handcuffs real soon. And I know he's a superstar. He sings well. He's great. And he's wonderful in concert. And what a lot of you black people especially have to do is you got to get past the fame. You got to get past him being a celebrity. You have to get past him being the self-proclaimed Pied Piper himself and realize that R. Kelly is a child molester. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. What more? I mean, the evidence of that. Well, he beat 21 charges. Well, hell, I probably could beat him too if I was filthy rich. But now, here's what's more disturbing than just this new tape surfing. You cannot make me believe that nobody that worked for R. Kelly knew what he was doing. All the managers, I had no idea. Housekeeping, I had no idea. Bodyguards, I had no idea. Nobody. Singers, I had no idea. Nobody knew anything. No. Well, what about Aaliyah? Oh, we just thought they was real good friends and stuff. He was helping her out and stuff, getting her career started, and that was it. We never thought nothing. So while the tour bus is moving to another city and state for another concert, him and this little girl is locked up in his bedroom on the tour bus, and that don't make you go, what the hell are they doing in there? Huh? That wasn't suspicious. Okay, what about when the damn door on the tour bus flew open by mistake, and you call them in there buck naked having sex? Yeah, but they said they would never do that again. Okay. All right. Now listen. Not only do I not believe that nobody knew what was going on, it was impossible for R. Kelly to pull this off without any help. Good afternoon, Mike Wells. Thank you. We aim to please, brother. Thank you kindly. He says he watched the show and he loves the show. Smart man. Now, when R. Kelly was going to school, not to learn, because we know he didn't do that, when he was being dropped off at school, that wasn't odd. That didn't seem suspicious. R. Kelly, when you was in school, you wouldn't do no damn work. But now you are out and you want to go to the school every day? Come on. Nobody found that suspicious. Okay, maybe it's me. All right. Well, the parents. Y'all not going to like this. But it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. The parents. Some of the parents. And I would look them in their eyes. And I would tell them, I know damn well you knew what was going on. Some of the parents. Lega Masalam, my brother Timmy Loke Davis. Yeah. That's my baby brother Timmy Loke there. So he'll call me after the show is over and tell me what he disagreed with. Anyway, the parents, some of the parents, I'm not saying all, some of the parents were pimping their daughters out to R. Kelly. You cannot make me believe we didn't know what was going on. Some of these parents were poor, lived in the ghetto, the projects. R. Kelly came along, putting money in their pocket, and they pimped the girl out to go lay up with R. Kelly. A lot of them only started coming out when the investigation began to spread recently. And it came out. We were trying to go there and get her, and his bodyguards wouldn't let us in. Let me tell you one damn thing right now, and I don't care how you take this here. It's not a bodyguard on the damn planet that can stop me from getting to my child. It's not. Why you didn't call the police to go with you? They won't let nobody in. Don't make any damn sense. R. Kelly was paying some of these parents off. They pimped their little girls out and their little boys out. Yes, I said boys. Y'all hadn't heard that story. I'm going to tell it tomorrow, so be sure to tune in. R. Kelly was paying these people off. and they sent their children there to have sex with R. Kelly. That's just the bottom damn line. And now the new tape has surfaced with a little girl. CNN said, we know she's 14 years old. Okay, well, how do you know that? Well, she referred to all of her body parts as 14-year-old girl, 14-year-old girl, 14-year-old girl. I hadn't seen the tape, but I have no reason to doubt CNN has already been turned over to the local authorities and stuff. And I do believe we are going to see an indictment coming real soon on the self-proclaimed Pied Piper himself, R. Kelly. Now, former President Barack Hussein Obama, Timmy, don't you say nothing. Former President Barack Hussein Obama, somebody named Sweetness, she says you are so right. Thank you kindly. I gratefully appreciate you. When this nation elected their first black president, Barack Hussein Obama, one of the Republicans told him that you're nothing but a one-term president. Well, we all know that turned out to be a lie. Served 2 terms. President Barack Obama was the most criticized president in U.S. history. But he was also the most productive president in U.S. history. The most productive. He was called every name but the name on his birth certificate. And I remember First Lady Michelle Obama giving an interview, and they asked about all the things that they were saying about her husband that wasn't nice, wasn't true. And she simply said that if my husband sat there and would answer half of what the people are saying about him, he wouldn't have time to be the president of the United States. Simply put, if there's not a story, people will make a story. They will. Jesse Jackson has the audacity to say that President Obama failed black people. Jesse Jackson and that damn Rainbow Coalition, he is the most unproductive civil rights leader ever stepped on the damn planet. If you want to talk about failing somebody, you failed Dr. King. Now let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. And blacks to this day still say that, some of them, that he didn't do anything for black people. Well, go on in Justice Investigations Facebook page. I've listed all of his accomplishments. I've also listed all of the accomplishments that he did for black people. So go and read that, and then we'll talk. Now, I don't know what some of you black people thought that a black president was supposed to do. The only thing I can come up with is, I guess you thought he should sign an order stating that because I was born black, every black person in America must receive a check once a month for their entire life. It's time for you all to stop complaining about what other folks are not doing and get off your butt and do something. What have you done for this country? Not a damn thing, but what you doing now and that's sitting there talking. This man, you have to respect him because he put his life and his family lives in danger by saying, I want to be the president of the United States of America, and he's a black man. So I don't know what else y'all wanted from him. But Jesse Jackson, you can kill that. What you need to go do is talk to your crooked ass son, crooked just like you. Keep him out of jail. Obama never went to jail. So, before you can first prove something is true, you better first prove that that person is wrong, and you can't do it because he done a lot for the black community. But you got to keep in mind, President Obama was not the black people's president. I'm gonna say it again. President Obama was not the black people's president. He was the president of the United States of America. Go look at his accomplishments. And if you ain't doing a damn thing, Zip it up, because you make yourself look super stupid. My mama said up until the time she died, a person will never know how stupid you are if you keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Now, Donald Trump, I'm going to tie this in, said yesterday that he inherited a mess. Well, who was before Donald Trump? Oh, Barack Obama. He inherited a mess. And that's a lie. He also says that his administration stabilized the economy. That's a lie. President Barack Obama and his administration, they stabilized the economy. And I'm going to say it again. President Obama and his administration, they stabilized this economy. Jobs that are coming back to the United States, a lot of these deals were worked out years ago when then President Obama was still in office. Don't have a damn thing to do with Trump. Trump is super stupid. He's a joke, something straight out of a comic book. He has zero experience in government versus Hillary Clinton, over 30 years experience in the government. But before they let a woman sit there, let's put Trump in there. And by the way, Trump was not elected. Trump was selected. Okay, I'm not going to answer that right now. It's my brother Timmy. Trump did not win this election. He didn't win it. And you would think by now that he would know what the hell he should be doing, and he don't. He says President Obama didn't do nothing. Well, why in the hell is he always trying to undo what President Obama didn't do? Don't make any damn sense. Trump is dumb as a box of damn rocks. Every time he opens his damn mouth, he lies. He's have declared a national emergency for a damn border wall. There is a national emergency in the United States. It's not that wall. It's Donald dumb jackass Trump. That's our emergency. To think about that idiot having nuclear codes in the palm of his hand, that should trouble us all. It should trouble us all. Because he's a fool with a serious problem. Anytime you go against your intelligence to believe what Russia says versus what the people that protect the country says, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. But someone said a long time ago, this country will be destroyed from within. And we're on the fast track to being destroyed with Trump, who sits in office. He is not a president. Trump is sitting in office impersonating a president. Impersonating a president. And Sarah Sanders, the White House press secretary, I call her lying Sarah. But I understand why she lied. Anybody that works with Trump, you have to lie. You have to lie in order to work with him. I don't know if he listened to his advisors. If he do, and this the things that he comes out with is what they've told him, well, they might just be helping him to make an ass out of himself. Because he don't know how to talk. He come up one day, we have defeated ISIS. We beat them, and we beat them badly. That's not how a president would talk. That's not, we beat them badly. You destroyed ISIS. Yeah, no more. And we beat them badly. They still out there on the front. They still killing people. How you beat them? How you beat them badly? Every time he opens his mouth, he lies. He's this country's biggest threat, Donald Trump. That wall, a police officer said the other day on Facebook, he said, during that mass shooting in Illinois, it's an open statement. I wonder if Donald Trump sees this. So what are you going to do about the people that's already in the country that's committing crimes? Because you say you're trying to keep the criminals out, and yesterday you had the audacity to say it's an invasion of criminals. It's an invasion of murderers. It's an invasion of drug dealers. There's no invasion. We got All those people are right here in the United States right now. And some of your biggest thugs, organized crime people, are in Washington, D.C., in the White House and in Congress. Now, you want to talk about thugs and criminals, let's talk. But you manufacture crises that don't exist to get funding for a border wall that's unnecessary. Border security, yes. A border wall, don't need it. Don't need it. Even El Paso's mayor said he's lying. With the stats he's putting out, it don't add up. Look at his stats. Go to the FBI stats and look. He lies. He's selling you a dream. But here's how he got in office. People knew that Donald Trump wasn't qualified to be the president of the United States. Well, maybe not, because some probably said, well, if he can run a company, then he can run a country. Well, that's a big difference. That's as different as night and day. But had they really done their research, they would have learned one thing. He can't even run a damn company. Bankruptcy, 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 bankruptcy. Go when this show is over, go to the Injustice Investigations News Facebook page. And I want you to look at all the investigations that they have going on about Donald Trump in this present time right now. Right now, all the investigations that's going on about him. He should not be in that office. He shouldn't be there. And he always has the audacity to use the word to say, this person is not qualified. This person not qualified. Your ass ain't qualified, but you sitting in that White House. But a lot of white folks, y'all ain't going to like this here. A lot of white folks thought, well, wait a minute. Let's put him in office. Because he'll make things more harder for black people. So let's do that. Well, it backfired. Backfired on him. First thing he wanted to do, let's get rid of Section 8. Let's get rid of this. Oh, no. Trump, don't do that. We cannot kill Section 8. Housing, we can't do that. Because with the people that's in there and with the money that we get, we pay our mortgages with these. We pay our car notes with the people that live there. Don't do away with that. That's when they learn Trump is for Trump and his family only. Trump is 100% racist. He can't stand blacks. This man done called Negroes sons of bitches. Africans live in shitholes. Talks about grabbing a woman's pussy, and y'all still have him there. He talks about Roseanne, and he's still there. Had this been President Barack Hussein Obama, Republicans, if it wasn't a law to get him out, they would come up with a law and raise their right hand in federal court and say, no, this law has always been there, but somebody had put it under the rug and we found it, we was cleaning up. So it's always been there. He has to go. They would have got him out of there. They would have, because he's a black man. The most productive president in U.S. history. Like it or not, it is what it is. And I'm almost out of time, but we're getting to the last story. You know where we're going. Jussie Smollett, Empire, was attacked, allegedly, January 29th. 2 white men, ski masks on, black outfit, rope around the neck, container of bleach. He said when they first saw him, they knew who he was. Keep in mind, it was extremely cold that night in Chicago. Folks had on scarves and furs and all that stuff and caps. And that's how he was dressed. But they knew exactly who he was. They said, hey, aren't you that motherfucker from Empire? He didn't answer. Well, Robin Givens, when he gave him the interview, they said, why didn't you answer? My name is not Empire. Okay, I feel that. But when they said, hey, you motherfucking nigger, what you said to me? So you would answer to nigger, but you won't answer to Empire. It makes no earthly sense. All right, fast forward. The 2 men that was picked up from the Chicago airport held them there for about 2 days at the jail. They let them go. Just persons of interest. Then they came and said They're potential suspects. Then they came and said, we're letting them go. What? And they raided their home. 5 things of bleach, red cap, a lot of electronics they took, shoes, and different things. What happened is that they left a digital footprint trail. That's what they left. And it led them to them. Well, so I'm kind of lost. What do we do now? Well, this just came out a little before our time that we let those 2 people of interest in the alleged attack against Empire's actor Jussie. We released them without any charges, but we will be honest and tell the public this. They was in the area during the time of the attack. He went on to say, after interrogating both men, we got what we needed and we sent them on. The attorney for the men came and she said basically the same thing. It was some new evidence that got those 2 gentlemen released from custody involving Smollett's alleged attack. I don't give a damn what Chicago police come and say. Jussie Smollett is not a victim. He's a suspect. Why? I have no earthly idea, but I promise you, we're going to find out real soon. Jussie will soon be arrested, and they should make him pay that entire bill going on a fool's errand, on a wild goose chase. How many Negroes do you know call the police to come, whether they're a victim or not, and then ask your manager to tell them don't have the body cameras on when they come? What the hell? It's a white guy on my Injustice channel made a comment. He said, what? This has got to be the first black guy in U.S. history don't want the cameras on. And I totally agreed with it. Doesn't make any sense. You're a black man. You don't want the cameras on. You got the rope around your neck. I wanted them to see it. I had my cell phone in my pocket the whole time. I had my salad in my hand the whole time. I had my the foot long. I know you had the foot long. Had the foot long in my hand during the whole ordeal, 60 seconds. Let me tell you something about a hate crime, and we're gonna get out of here. Whenever a hate crime is inflicted on someone, you'll know it. You will see it. A little 12-year-old girl scratch right there, that's not a hate crime. That's either something staged or bondage sex gone bad. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. I'm Al Scott from Injustice Investigations. Be it the Lord willing and the creek don't rise. We'll be back Monday at 12:30. And remember, I'm not always right and you are not always wrong. We'll see you on the radio.